Beloved people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Freewill. This is an informative and music channel where you get it all in one. One of the longest institutions in our life is marriage. Marriage is one of the most amazing institutions for one to get in. But in our today's society, marriage is too complicated for so many issues that have arisen in life and so many changes that are there to a point it becomes an issue for two partners to maintain in marriage. More so, most of our marriages are breaking out. On this channel, I'm going to give you issues that affect marriage. Please stay on, subscribe, hit the notification bell for any new uploads of videos. And please remember to share any videos that you get on this channel. Remember to share it. Thanks to my producer, Dr. Eddie, for another great production. Point number one, friends and relatives. It is good to have friends and relatives when you're married. It is good. But more so, be careful with the kind of information you share with them. And also be careful with the kind of advice your friends or your relatives are giving to you about your marriage. Sometimes you are misadvised about your marriage by your friends, and you come back into your home and implement that your friends have told you, your relatives have told you. Some of them are not in good to your marriage. So they will do anything to ensure that you break out of your marriage. So it means be careful with the kind of advice that you receive from your friends or your relatives about your marriage. Marriage is about the two of you, the way you look at it and the way you will build it in times that are hard and the times that are good. Point number two, social media. So social media has come in a time that it's risky for so many relationships. Sometimes you find people who are married and they're still in dating sites. Amazing. So you're married and you're still on dating sites. What are you looking for? On the DM and the messenger, the WhatsApp and all that. There are kind of messages you might be sent that are questionable even by your partner. These are things that happen. And so social media is part of a distractor to our marriages. This is my take. If you're in these social media sites and you're consuming any of that information from the social media whatsoever, be careful of those people who send you messages and the way you reply to these messages. It matters. It is not bad for people to send you messages. There are people who just want to try you. There are people who are just interested in you. It's a normal thing. But what matters is the way you respond and the outcome of your response. Sometimes I would say this is like partial unfaithfulness that can be made in the field of social media. Point number three, desire. Desire is a big problem with men. It's a normal thing. I found women complaining, no. Desire is a normal thing in men. It's just a common thing with men. Men desire women. It's a normal thing. Let us not pretend, It's a normal thing that men desire women. But this is the issue. If a man has this desire to a point he cannot control himself about these desires, it becomes a problem for any relationship. Even so, in marriage, it is an issue because most men will start to chase those women they see, whatever they meet them, be it in a workplace, be it on the road, anywhere they meet these women. Due to that desire, you'll find a man going after these women. So desire becomes a problem to any marriage. Point number four, finance. Finance becomes a problem to all marriages in so different ways. One, you should analyze your earnings. Get to know how much is your income. Then live within your incomes. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Live within your incomes. And more so, whenever you're planning about your finance, let there be openness. Sometimes men want to plan this and they want to, to grasp the large amount of money to themselves, depending on the things that they have to do in the house. But it is good as a family, you have to plan your finance to know how exactly you're going to be dealing with your money issues in your home. Communication, number 5. Communication is one of the most important things in marriage. Communicate even about those little things. Communicate about, don't make it seem like this is a small mistake. No. Communicate about every single thing in your marriage. Be an open book to your partner. And the same should be a reciprocation from your partner. Communicate about how you feel. Communicate about the issues that you think should be dealt with in your marriage. And sometimes being a good listener goes a long way. I found some men taking ego so hard onto themselves to a point it becomes hard for these men to understand their women. But in an issue of communication, please be a good listener. Listen to your partner. Sometimes he or she might have a point that can really make a difference. So it is good for you to listen to your partner and be a good communicator. Point number 6, unfaithfulness. Unfaithfulness comes in as an issue. It is, in African society, it is hard for a man to forgive an unfaithful woman. This is Africa. I really don't like it when we want to print something so new about ourselves, but it becomes so difficult for a woman to be forgiven in matters of unfaithfulness. So it's an issue that both of you should try to look at. As a man, what will make you be unfaithful to your partner? And, what will make you be unfaithful to your partner? Trust is one of the most important things into all this relationship. Can your man trust you? And can you trust your hubby? And can you try to stick to that truth than trying to corrode yourself or trying to make a way out and be unfaithful to your partner? So, trust and unfaithfulness should be a link, and try as much as you can to be faithful. Peer pressure, number 7. Peer pressure. There are things that it's an issue of competition. I don't understand how more so women, or you're trying to compete, and you find that the way you can manage your life, you want to go beyond that. So you amount this pressure to your partner, and when this pressure is amounted to your partner, it becomes a problem. So more so, whatever you see in your neighbors' homes, or whatever you meet with people living different lives, learn to live your life. Learn to live at the point that you are in, and growth comes in the time that is there. But learn to be at that point. Learn to move with that point. So don't allow peer pressure to be that will succumb your marriage. No. Learn to live that life and learn to move from that point to another point. Don't allow people to dictate what should be in your life, and this brings in a lot of peer pressure to you and causes havoc to your marriage. Point number 8, disrespectful. More so, men, it's like a demand. A man feels so good when respected. I don't know. If you're a woman and you can just respect your husband, it feels nice. It feels so good to be respected. I have looked at so many marriages that women have respect to their husband, and you find that home in harmony. And more so, if a woman can respect a man, men will reciprocate respect. But men will reciprocate respect and love attached together. But if a woman can just learn to respect the husband, thumbs up, you have a home. Point number 9, planning. Planning, you need to plan. You need to plan. And you need to stick to your plans. You need to work within those plans. If they're not working, you can restart again and replan and rebrand and make it happen for your marriage. Or for anything that you feel should be achieved in your marriage, it needs planning. And planning, more so, it's for both of you to come together You know, if it's about putting up resources together to work together for this, yes. And this, let me put it to men, that if planning and a woman has put an investment into it, please show the outcome of that investment. Because most of the time you'll find a man taking advantage of that, which is wrong. And at a point, this is how you start to lose. So once it's planned, let it be so. Last but not least, lack of sex. Sex plays a big role in marriage. Let us not blind ourselves. If you are too busy as a woman to a point there's no sex in your marriage, it's an issue. It might not be an issue to you because you're busy and all that, yes, thumbs up, good. But is it okay to your husband? Don't you think you're being unfair? You need to play a role as a woman. And the same way as a man, you need to play your role sexually in your marriage. You need to play the game. You need to do what you have to do as a man. You need to up your game. You need to change the gears, if so be said. But you need to play your part in your sex life in that marriage. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Free Will. Thumbs up for those who are working hard for their marriages, and thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to hit the notification bell. Anytime we upload new videos, you will be the first one to be served. Adios.